Welcome back to Let Us Learn to Lead video series on free open source software designed by M. Srinivasan, Training Associate Mathematics, Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan, Zonal Institute of Education and Training, Mumbai. Self-learning contents in video form on GeoGebra, a dynamic mathematics software, is presented at this video series. To view the contents, you may join Google Classroom by using the class code 73AUMBO. In this video, you will learn designing a worksheet on finding inverse of a 2x2 matrix. Sometimes the children wants to check the answer for a 2x2 matrix which they are seeing it in the textbook or while they are doing any problem on exercise, and they want to check their answer, they want to check the steps involved in finding the inverse, then this worksheet will help them. For preparing this video lecture, I used Windows 10 operating system, a licensed version, GeoGebra 5.0, a free open source software, and free open source screen recorder software. Let us start. Let me show you what type of worksheet we will be designing. We will be designing a worksheet to find the inverse of a 2x2 matrix, not by generated by GeoGebra. Simply you are going to enter the numbers. For example, let me enter the number 2, then let me enter the number 3, let me enter the number 5, let me enter the number maybe 7. Okay. Now this is actually a matrix which I got from a textbook, for example. 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay. Be careful with the first row, first column, first row, second column, second row, first column. The elements are to be entered very carefully. Now this worksheet, the child can work out and they can simply click this to show the answer. Now determinant A is 1 and they can get the answer. Now again, after doing it, suppose if they want to check the inverse for any other problem, they have to simply click this new problem. Everything will go. Again, once again, they can enter it. For example, -1, then 2. Okay, then they can have a 2 here, and they can have -4, for example. You're okay. Now, when they want to show the answer, okay, it is telling that it is determinant A is 0, and very clearly on the top you are written that A inverse exists only when determinant A is non-zero, and very clearly you see it is telling that A inverse is question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, which it tells that A inverse does not exist. Therefore the child will get a clear idea about going on, entering it, and then checking whether he is right or wrong. Again, he can click the new problem and he can go to a new problem. Let us try to design this dynamic worksheet from scratch. For that, I have taken a GeoGebra Classic 5 worksheet. I will remove this axis and remove the grid. I will keep this algebra view because I may be in need of it. Okay, now we may ask the children that this is a worksheet on inverse of 2x2 matrix. Quickly we will see. Okay, heading is very important. Okay, now we can ask the children to enter the values. Okay, therefore enter the elements of. Okay, now you want them to enter the elements of the square matrix capital A. Okay, now I am going to use two text. This text is a normal text. The next text will be a LaTeX formula. I will use capital A is capital A is equal to, in the LaTeX formula, go for the bracket. Already we have discussed it. In the middle, that is, there will be one space between left bracket and then there will be a space. Put the cursor there. Go to the LaTeX formula, then go to this matrix and go for this one. Okay. Now you want the children to enter it in the form of not A, B, C, D. You want them to enter it in the form of A11. Remember, A subscript 1 will be entered in GeoGebra as A_1. For example, if I type small a_1, you are seeing that A1 is coming there. You are seeing there. Now how to get that A11? Once again _1. You see A11 you got. I think all of you are very thorough with that now. Okay, now what it will be here? Therefore this is a first row, first column. Therefore you want first row, then second column. Good. Then in C, I want second row, first column. 1 minute. And you can expand it if you are it is something is hiding there. Okay, you can expand it. Okay, in place of D. Okay, in place of D, then I want A underscore 2 underscore 2. You got the idea now? So to get A1, it is A underscore 1. To get A11, it is A underscore 1 underscore 1. Okay, got it. Now I'll just put it over there. Now the child will understand that what he has to do it. Okay, now you want the children to enter the numbers. For that we need sliders. Go for a slider number 1, A. I think let me leave it as -5 to 5. Suppose you want the children to write anything, then you can go for -25 to you can have from 25 to 25 or -10 to 10. It is left to you. Keep it as okay and keep that over here. Once again, go for one more slider. It is B. Be careful. You should be careful with what slider is you are going to fix the value for what. Okay, then B I am having. Then go for C once again. Then 25. You should have some kind of patience. Suppose I am having only 4 entries over here. Therefore, I need only 4 sliders. If there are 9 entries for a 3x3, you should have 9 sliders at that moment. Anyway, I am going for 25 to 25. You can restrict to -10 to 10, whatever you want. I am just keeping it okay. Well, now we want the children to enter the values. Therefore, go to this slider and all, and go to this input box. Click it. It will ask the caption. But we want the children to enter A11. Therefore, A underscore 1 underscore 1. You link small a with that. Small a with that. Okay. Normally, it will become very big. Therefore, right click. Go to the object property. Go to the text. Go to the style. In that style, you make it as 3 and then press enter. Okay. Now, I think you got that it is getting reduced. Then right click. Fix the object. Remove it. And then escape. And then you can put it over here. Now similarly, you can ask the children to enter the go for the input box, A under first row and second column. Now we want it to be B. We want it to be B. Therefore B. Therefore object properties. You go for 3, press enter and then close this. Right click, fix the object, remove it, and then escape, and then bring it over here. Similarly, we want A21. Go for input box, A underscore second row first column. Link the object C with that. You should remember that ABCD, that you have to remember it in mind. Right click, fix the object, right click, object properties, reduce the size of the box. Then you can close it. Escape and then put it over here. So that if you put it in just like a matrix, the child will have a better understanding. Don't put them on a single row so that it will be a confusion for the children. A underscore 2 underscore 2. Which element is to be linked with that? You have to link D with that. Okay. Okay. Then right click, fix the object, right click, object property, then go to style, convert it into 3, press enter and then close it. Okay, well. Then press escape, then come back to it. Okay, now a child will enter. Okay, now you see when I remove this, you see it is also moving. When I move this, it is also moving. When I move this, that's also moving. When I move this, also moving. Is moving now? Okay. Now you may be having a doubt now, sir. When a child is entering a particular number, then after that, for the next problem, what he has to do? For that, I am just going for one idea. Go to this OK button. There you type new problem. Okay. In the new problem, you type A is equal to question mark, B is equal to question mark, enter, C is equal to question mark, which means that when you click it, whatever the value you have entered, it will get deleted and it will wait for a new value. Go click OK. When I click the new problem, you see automatically it goes. All the numbers have gone. Okay. Now I can enter the values now. Is it okay? Now I can enter the value 2. Then I can enter the value 3. Then I can enter the value 4. then I can enter the value minus 6. For example, I'm just writing like that. Okay, now you got the matrix now. Now this sliders work is over, therefore you can hide them. Show object, then you can show the object and you can show the object. This can be hidden. So this can be hidden. Now new problem, again it will go. Okay, now you can ask the children that what is the capital A which they have find it, or go to the text. Otherwise what you can do is, if you want the matrix to be formed, therefore capital A is equal to, I think already we have discussed it, start a bracket, again start a curly bracket, A comma B, that is the first row, then come out, then comma inside the bracket, once again a curly bracket, C comma D. Is it okay? Then enter. Now you see it is coming only as question. I think some mistake I have done. I think it should be C comma D. Good. Okay, you got a matrix now. When I enter values here, for example, when I enter 2, when I enter 2, then when I enter 3, when I enter 4, then when I enter minus 6, for example, automatically you will get the matrix there. Okay, now what you can do is, you can have a text over here, find, go to the latex formula. Remember, only in latex formula matrix will be displayed, otherwise matrix will not be displayed. Only in latex formula matrix will be displayed. Find A inverse, therefore go to the latex formula. In that root and fraction, you have to remove this capital X and then type capital A, and then in the power 1 minute. Okay, in the power, carefully you put it at minus 1. Okay, then have a space for, again have a space, capital A is equal to, now no need to type it once again, from the object simply have that capital A. You got it now? Okay, now I think it has become a this one also, a new problem also. Okay, now you can I think the last problem already we have done it. Therefore once again very quickly we will go for that latex formula. We will first find the determinant value. Now in the bracket, go for the determinant. Determinant A is equal to, okay, then in the latex formula you can go for this bracket. Okay, in the bracket you can have it, and inside you can have from the object capital E. Okay, if you want, I think if it is coming in brackets, if you want to avoid it, then what you can do, you can go for the matrices, and there you can have in the object it is A, and here it will be B. Please remember that what are the entries which you have already made. It is C and this is D. Is it okay? Okay, determinant I got. Okay, what will be its value? It will be text is equal to AD minus BC. Once again put everything in bracket, because we don't know, we may enter negative values also. Go to the object 1, then AD minus BC, therefore A, then once again bracket, then it is D, then minus, once again bracket, B, sorry, minus of bracket, okay, B, then BD, AD minus, okay, AD minus BC, therefore AD minus BC, therefore from the object it should be C, AD minus BC. Okay, good. Okay, this I think the child will get an idea that, okay, now here you can find AD minus BC and keep it ready. Okay, let us now try to enter some numbers now. 3, I will 3, then 4, then 2. Okay, once again I will have 2, I will have minus 4. Okay, now you got the idea now. Actually it is 3 into minus 4, minus of 4 into 2, therefore the answer is minus 20. Therefore in the ABC you can go for it and you can write it as is equal to, from the object side you can have E. Don't type anything because automatically you know the idea. Okay, now I think already we have discussed that how to get the adjoint. Therefore adjoint will be very easy. Therefore go to the latex formula, you type adjoint A, ADJ, of capital A is equal to, in latex formula it should be, or go to the bracket, simply bracket, bring back to the front, go to the matrix and then type it. What are the elements should come here? Therefore here you should get D. Therefore I will type D. Then here you will get a minus of B. Therefore minus of, within the bracket you should type B. Therefore, because you know that the sign will be changed there. Therefore minus B. Therefore in the C, in place of C you will have minus of C. Therefore minus of, within the bracket you can have C. Okay. Then in place of D you will get A. Is it okay now? Well, sorry, A should be not small a, it should be from the text. Therefore go to the text. Okay, in place of A I should have from the object A. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, now you got that from A, then how it got that 3 and minus 4 are interchanged and these two are get replaced. Okay. Now the another thing which what you can do is, suppose if you want the child to be very clear about the change in the sign, for only minus B is changed, therefore minus B you can put it there. Then minus C also you can put it there. Suppose if it is negative into negative, automatically this will give you as a positive one. For now this also you can convert it into a matrix. Therefore the matrix of inside the bracket, first one will be D comma, therefore now minus B is nothing but F. Therefore it is F, then put a comma, then again bracket, then it will be minus C and A. Therefore minus C is nothing but G now, G comma A. Okay, now press enter. Now you got this minus 4, minus 4, minus 2, 3 as M1. Therefore now here you can go to the text and you can directly write it as is equal to, from the object you can have M1 in the latex form. Is it okay now? Okay, you got it. Otherwise you can type it also, but I have converted it into a matrix for my convenience. Now very quickly you can go for the children that what is A inverse, go to the latex formula, then again go for this this one. Therefore it will become capital A into inverse. Already you have written the formula. If you want you can show them the formula also here. The latex formula is equal to, you can write the formula once again, no issue. Therefore multiplied by adjoint A. Okay. Therefore 1 by determinant A. Therefore 1, in place of this, once again go to the latex formula, go to the bracket, have some patience, no other way out. Here you should have to type capital A. Okay. Now anyway I think you can give the formula in the beginning or you can put it over here. Okay. Now once again go to the text, then go to the latex formula. Now the final answer I am going to give it directly. Okay, A inverse you want, therefore here A inverse, capital A, and inside I will convert it into minus 1 is equal to, now I know that what is my determinant value, it is 1 upon what is that, E, or E minus 20. Therefore from the object you go for E. Is it necessary to type that adjoint? No, already I am having that adjoint as M1. Oh, that is the advantage I told you. Therefore if you have entered it, immediately you can simply type it there. But remember, matrix will be displayed only in latex formula. For now you got it. Now suppose this can be the, finally you can leave it as it is to the children. But suppose if you want, sir, I want that A inverse to be shown to the children with all calculations, that also possible. Go to this view, go to this keyboard will open. Then here you type capital A, already that is a matrix capital A. Then go to this power, there is a cap, we call it as cap, then power minus 1. Let me just click it. Now automatically you will get the next matrix as here M2. Therefore you can have the text now. Therefore the latex formula, go for this thing, we are at the final stage, capital A, then minus 1 is equal to, directly go for this M2. Fantastic. Okay, now it is required you can show it to the children. Sometime what will happen, suppose there are some problems where the whatever the number which comes as determinant A, that will get perfectly divides the entries of the adjoint. That can happen sometimes. Okay, Now a child can very quickly go for clicking this. You can go for a new problem. He can enter the values, for example 3. You can enter the value 3. You can enter the value 2. You can enter the value 5, for example 5, and you can enter, and you can find out that what is the inverse directly. So it's a highly interesting worksheet because a child can test whether his determinant value is right, whether his adjoint value is right, and whether his A inverse is right. Thank you friends. Let us learn to lead.